The 1992 Breeders' Cup Turf Classic at Gulfstream Park had a star-studded 10-horse field, including Subotica, a recent winner of the Arc de Triomphe, 2 Epsom Derby winners in Dr. Devious and Quest for Fame, along with Sky Classic, the North American turf leader. The record crowd looked forward to a defining victory in our Breeders' Cup 1992 review. Tellier's Thoroughbred Racing Review, for the best of horse racing history on YouTube.
So there, a look at the field for the Breeders' Cup Turf. Let's go to Greg McCarron on horseback. What about the ARC winner, Subotica? How's he look?
He's a little flighty right now. He's got a couple of handlers on him, and they're just getting ready to turn him loose, and he looks like he's ready to go. But I'll tell you, Pat Day was telling me that he just got off 7 days, and he's thrilled to be back in time to ride Sky Classic, because even though he's got such a great record, he told me he's a little funny to ride. He's got a couple of quirks. And I know trainer Jim Day is thrilled to have Pat on the horse. The other horse I'm really going to watch is, again, my brother's horse. He was open. This horse needed a rider because Pat Valenzuela was obligated to ride for Mr. Paulson in this race, and Chris was lucky enough to pick him up. And this colt is on a 5-race winning streak, and he stands a very, very good chance in here.
Finish, he was returned to England, where Craig had bought him, and promptly won the English Derby. The real one, as the track announcer said. But there's more. Last week, Japanese owner Zenya Yoshida paid the Craigs over $6 million to stand Dr. Devious at stud next year. Keep all this in mind the next time you shop for a birthday present. Number 2 is Deros, raced in Europe until August of this year, but has a win and a third in good California company since arriving in the United States. Number 3, the favorite, Sky Classic. He'll be the U.S. champion turf horse. He could be horse of the year, depending on today's developments in the Classic. Ernie Samuel and Jim Day first got together with a horse called Canadian Club. He wasn't a racehorse, owned by Samuel, ridden by Day. He earned a gold medal in equestrian for Canada at the '68 Olympics. Number 4, Trishide, makes his first U.S. start for Francois Boutin, whose wife Lucy is the daughter of W.T. Young, owner of several horses on today's card. Number 5, Subotica, winner of one of the world's great races, the Prix de l'Arc de Triomphe, over soft going at Longchamp earlier this month. He's backed by the leading trainer-jockey combination in France, André Fabre and Thierry Jarnet. Number 6 is Quest for Fame, the second Epsom Derby winner in the field. He won that race in 1990. Racing in the U.S. since last fall, he was third in last year's turf. Quest for Fame hasn't been out since the 6th in the Arlington Million in early September. Number 7 is Fraise, races for Madeline Paulson, who won this horse from her husband Allan in a golf bet back in January. Fraise is French for strawberry, and this colt was sired by Strawberry Road, who stands at Paulson's Brookside Farm. Number 8, Solar Splendor. The Live Oak Plantation of Ocala, Florida owns the colt. That's Dr. and Mrs. John Weber, who have a wing in New York's Metropolitan Museum for their extensive collection of ancient Chinese art. Last month, the Webers had the racing day of a lifetime when their homebred half-brothers, Solar Splendor and Sultry Song, won the Man o' War and Woodward Stakes at Belmont. The Webers missed it. They were at their daughter's wedding. Number 9 is Corrupt, the beaten favorite in the 1991 Epsom Derby. He has only one victory in a 6-race European campaign this year. And number 10 is Navarone, the hot California horse, winner of 5 straight for owner Breener Robert Hibbert, a Texas oil man, and 33-year-old trainer Rodney Reich, a former assistant to Hall of Famer Charlie Whittingham. So there, a look at the field for the Breeders' Cup Turf. Let's see what the bettors think. They think Sky Classic is the one to beat. He is 4-5. He's been steadily rising, though, the last few times we've checked the odds. Well, coming up, the $2 million Breeders' Cup Turf. The last time the Breeders' Cup was at Gulfstream, 8-1 shot Fraise won the turf. John Beach, this is an interesting race in that there really is no early speed in here. Allan might be able to get loose on the front.
Oh, yes, without a doubt. You know, there is one horse that really has shown some speed, and he showed it at Belmont Park. The Solar Splendor, you know, he really got to the lead very easily. The way Lure ran his race in the mile, that's what I would do if I had Solar Splendor. Make him catch it.
All right, let's go to Tom Durkin for the call of the Breeders' Cup Turf.
And we're waiting for Corrupt and Navarone. Sky Classic actually found himself on the lead last year, but that's not where he likes to be. He likes a target to run at. Pat Day will try to cover him up behind horses. In the gate, and they are off. In the Breeders' Cup Turf, and Solar Splendor bounces out first. Daros is up close early, and Dr. Devious toward the inside. Sky Classic has eased off the early pace. Navarone's to his outside early, and then it's Trishide toward the inside. Subotica in between horses. Corrupt is moving 4 wide as they move into the first of 3 turns. Taken off the paces, Quest for Fame, and Fraise will be the early trailer as they move into the far turn. Solar Splendor and Daros, and on the outside, Navarone is in hand just off the embattled early leaders. Dr. Devious is tucked away neatly with a ground-saving trip, and Sky Classic is right there covered up in behind the lead as they make the turn into the stretch for the first time. The ARC winner, Subotica, is now running in 6th position. He's in behind horses as well. Corrupt is to his outside. Trishide, the filly, is tucked away at the inside. Quest for Fame and Fraise, the opening quarter in 23 and 4. They've run a half in 47 and 4/5 seconds. Daros, Navarone, and Solar Splendor across the course as they move into the second turn. It's an honest pace here in the turf. Dr. Devious and Sky Classic still in behind horses. Subotica is running 3 wide. Corrupt is 4 wide, and he's now being called on for more run. Trishide has been shuffled back near the back of the pack, and Quest for Fame, the 90 English Derby winner, is now 1 horse beaten, and that is Fraise, who is content to trail the field. It's a tight pack, just 5.5 lengths from front to back. Navarone on the outside, a short lead. Daros counters and comes back. They've run 3/4 in 1:11 and 2/5 seconds. And the big favorite, Sky Classic, right there in behind the lead. He's yet to make his run as they move into the far turn. Solar Splendor's toward the inside. The ARC winner, Subotica, is in perfect striking position on the outside. The cadence quickens and the duel intensifies on the turn. And Navarone surges to the lead midway round the far turn. And Sky Classic has a clear aim to him as they move toward the top of the stretch. Subotica's on the outside third. Daros is done, and Fraise moves into contention. Navarone turns for home in front with Sky Classic running by him. Sky Classic takes the lead, but Fraise is coming up the inside, and Quest for Fame is closing third. Sky Classic fully extended. Fraise on the inside, and Fraise nips Sky Classic in the last stride of the Breeders' Cup turf, and waving his salute to victory in the air is Pat Valenzuela, the narrowest of victories over Sky Classic. It was almost like a replay of the Arlington Million. Sky Classic got the lead, and somebody got the jump on him in the last 50 yards. The photo's up, though, so I'd hold all your tickets. And the eventual winner is near the back of the pack the entire way. Fraise, who was in behind horses the whole way. Sky Classic will come on to collar Navarone, and look at Fraise dart to the inside. This was an absolutely deft move here by Pat Valenzuela. Coming up the inside, Pat Day looks over his left shoulder on Sky Classic. He's still in front at this point, but as they come down to the line, these two heads will be bobbing on the wire. It was a sheer battle of will to win, and Fraise got it in the last stride.
Ernie Samuels is the owner of Sky Classic, the horse that may yet be voted champion turf horse in America, the great campaign he's had.
Come on, baby! Come on, Sky! Drive, 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 drive! Hurry up! Come on, Sky! Go on, go on! Go on, go on, go on! Hurry up! Now he's gonna lose! He lost! He lost! He
Sky
lost!
Classic just coming up short. He did indeed lose, barely, to Fraise. He was ridden by Pat Day, who is now with Bob Newmeyer.
Okay, Tom Hammond, thank you very much. Sky Classic and Pat Day, and Fraise was the horse you had to beat. Could you bring us down the lane, Pat, and you on the favorite?
Well, to back up just a little bit in the body of the race, my horse really never settled today. He's been so kind all year, but he went to the post a little charged up, went in the gate. I mean, he was really wanting to be about his business today, and really never settled. If you look at the rerun down the lane here the first time around the second turn, he was just pulling me out of the saddle. Never really settled the way I'd have liked him to. When we come off the turn, I was following Navarone, I believe it was, with Chris McCarron. I come out around him and looked around, and really wasn't anybody coming. I wanted him to kick on just a little bit. He did. I looked over, here come Fraise, and we just didn't outfoot him the last part of it. I think wrestling with him so much early on probably took a little bit of the punch away from him. He just didn't settle like he had in his previous races.
All right, Pat, let's go to Jenny Ornstein.
All about.
Well, Pat Valenzuela here with a triumph instead of a defeat, and you deserve every dollar here. Well, you found a space about 10 inches wide.
Well, first of all, before I talk about the race, I want to say hi to my daughters, Michelle, Christina, and Elizabeth. I love you girls. I'll see you tonight. And yes, our horse came through a very small crack coming through the stretch. Navarone and Sky Classic were on the outside of him, but he responded very well. And Madeline's always had faith in her horse. And I think that's since the Eclipse Award right there. This is such a good horse. He's going to be a good sire, and he's probably the best turf horse in the United States, in the world probably.
What about when Sky Classic was challenging you down the stretch? Did you think you were going to be able to edge him out? He got you last time.
Well, he tried hard, his horse. Last time he got through on the inside and got lucky. Today we rode a smart race, stayed behind, and we split finished well, and we had the horse to help finish him.
We just saw that move you made down the backstretch. They say you cannot rally from far out of it in the Breeders' Cup turf. Well,
we proved them wrong, didn't we?
Absolutely. A spectacular ride. Congratulations, your second win today. Pat Valenzuela, let's see the official results for the turf event.
All right, Jenny, here are the official results. I bet strawberries will be on the menu tonight. Fraise means strawberry in French and sired by Strawberry Road, paying $30, $640, $480. Sky Classic, $280, $240. Quest for Fame, $560. And the Perfecta returning $60. Dan Kenny in the winner's circle with a presentation.
Let's get a quick question from Bill Mott. Bill, coming in, you had said to me this morning that you thought, well, my horse keeps plodding along. If the pace is honest, he might get the job done.
Right, that's exactly what happened. I mean, he had a very good trip. Pat rode him very well. He saved all the ground. Our horse has done better and better as the year has progressed, and he did it on the right day.
For the best in historic horse racing action is Thoroughbred Racing Review. Subscribe on YouTube and read the rest of the story on Facebook. Subscribe now.